Hi everyone, this is part 6 of my colouring book haul, and to start with I've got Pictura Botanicals, and this is a very large book, and it's very nice. It's got really good quality paper. It's actually card, not really paper, so it's really strong, and you can use just about anything to colour these with. I've used watercolour paints before, but you could use acrylics. As you can see, they're beautiful big pictures, so they're actually very good for painting because they are quite, they're large, they're not too intricate, and they're only printed on one side, so you can actually tear them out and frame them. The cover is actually made so that you can actually use it as a frame when you finish the whole book. You just cut it out and just slip your picture in. So you can see they're really pretty pictures, all sort of nature, flowers and plants, and got some beautiful birds. I love colouring birds. They're one of my absolute favourite subjects for colouring and painting. I hope you can see this okay. It's just a bit difficult holding it under the camera because it is so large I can't quite fit it in. They're all very pretty. I think there's about 12 pictures in here. So that's a really nice book. So I've got that one, and I also bought the other ones in the series. So I've got Art Deco. Now I've actually finished one of these. I completed it, and I've bought another 2 since then because I really liked it. Again, it's just the size of it makes it a little bit difficult for me to handle, but I hope you can see it okay. And it's got some really nice pictures in. Oh, just wrestling with it here a bit. Hope you can see that okay. It's also quite a dull day outside, so the light in here is not very good. But it's still better than using artificial light, so I hope it's okay. I hope it shows up all right. And these are really quite nice pictures to colour. Quite unusual, not sort of your sort of normal sort of thing. A racing car, so that's something different. And a nice little picnic. And you can just cut out the back and use that as a frame. So next, this one's a bit easier to hold. So next we have Colouring from the Dark Side, Fairy Tales. Now these are really nice little pictures. I used to have a fairy tale book with these exact same pictures in, so it's quite nice to have this book as well. At the beginning there's a nice little poster you can do. Alice in Wonderland, I think. And they're all sort of the, what do you call it? Sort of the very old sort of fashioned kind of style of drawings, which I think are really charming. They've got a real nice kind of charm about them. So you've got all your favourites. Jack and the Beanstalk. I think that one might be Tom Thumb, I'm not sure. Alice in Wonderland. Tweedledum and Tweedledee. Hansel and Gretel, I think. Yeah. The Pied Piper with all his little rats or mice. I don't think I know that one. This book has got a lot of the sort of cross-hatching sort of drawing in it. So it's a really thick book. There's quite a lot in here. It's really nice. I don't know what some of these fairy tales are, but I think there's quite a few from Alice in Wonderland. Oops, keep going. So that's a really nice book. Next we have Colour Me Mindful, Tropical. Now this is a cute little book. This is, if you like to colour on the go, this is really good. This is a little handbag sized book. And it's got some really pretty pictures in. Beetles and birds and insects and plants and all kinds of things. Just a book, but it's actually packed full of nice things. Pretty butterflies. I do like butterflies. Little seahorses are cute. Pretty fish. Flamingos. They're cute. It's a pretty one. All kinds of birds and things in there. Flowers. Surfboards. Really pretty. Fruit. It's nice. Little frog. More birds. So that's a really nice little book. Next we have The Enchanted Forest. This is a really lovely book. I don't want to press the spine back too hard because I don't want it to don't want the spine to break, so I'm just trying to hold it as flat as I can without it sort of bending too far back. So I hope you can see it okay. That's the best way to do it. Oh, that's really pretty. I love that. I love the little wolf and the little deer. It's really pretty. Oops. Lots of dragons. Toadstools and a little fairy, a little elf. Lovely froggies. I think they're actually toads because they've got lumps on them. Pattern, that's quite pretty. This is a very nice paper too. You could probably get away with paints if you didn't use them quite, too wet. If you sort of use them dryish, you could probably get away with paints and felt pens and markers. It's really pretty. It's full of lots of different things. Nice little birdie. More little frogs, birds. It's got two there. Little spider. It's kind of quite more birdies. More patterns. Pretty patterns, pretty flowers. Oh look, if you look really carefully you can see two little figures dancing. I think they're little people, yeah, they're definitely little people. Lovely horse. Little fairies all over there. Lots of little fairies all hidden in there. The more you look, the more you can see them. It's a very pretty book. Gorgeous little squirrels with acorns. That's so cute. Whoops, got two there. Beautiful swans. Beautiful little birds. Lots of little, I think they're owls, yeah, and mushrooms. So that's that one. That's a really lovely book. Next we have the Zen Coloring Pad Botanicals. Now this is a lovely book, but just a word of warning, if you do buy this online, the cover shows lots of pretty little birds and dragonflies and little butterflies, all sorts of pretty things like that. But just bear in mind that there's actually only one picture inside that actually has the little birds and stuff on. The rest is just larger prints of plants and stuff. It's still a really nice book, but just bear in mind that what you see on the cover is not quite what's on the inside. But having said that, it is a very nice book. So as you can see, they're quite large. Some of them are quite large. And I think this is the only page inside that actually has the little birds and stuff. And that is so pretty. It's really cute. And if you like plants and flowers and all the other stuff like that, then everything in here is, you'll probably like everything else. So, a couple of pages over. Oh, I can't get the pages. Let's have another go at this. So that's quite a pretty intricate one. Lots of sweet little flowers there. Some little butterflies there. It's quite pretty. I hope I'm getting it in focus okay, because the weather outside is it gets a little bit grey and dull, and then it gets a little bit bright, and so the light indoors is a little bit up and down right now, so I'm sorry about that, but it's better than using an artificial light inside. So that's really pretty, some lovely little flowers. So as you can see, there's not too many animals and insects, mainly just plants and things, but they are pretty. Oh, there's one with birds. That's quite sweet. Birds and roses. More little butterflies. Sort of a paisley pattern. There's quite a lot in this book, though. There's it's get quite a lot for your money. Oops, I think I've just broken the book. Okay, so it's not. Well, I guess that just shows you. Okay, that doesn't matter. It's probably a bit easier to show you now, anyway. So that was the book breaking. Oh. That's really pretty. I like that one. That's really cute and sweet. So that's that one. Next we have giant mandalas, and I bought 2 of these. Now if you like mandalas, you'll probably love this book. It's got a lot of beautiful mandala pictures to colour. If I can zoom out a tiny bit. No, I can't. Okay. And they are only on one side, which is good, so you don't get any, if you had a picture on the other side, that might have got spoiled, but that's not going to happen, so that's good. So as you can see, there's lots of beautiful mandalas. It's quite a large book. The actual size of the book is quite large. So I can't get that there. Next we have Pretty Patterns. Now this is such a sweet little book. This is one of the ones that's got a lot of the pre-coloured pictures, just to give you an idea of what to do, but it's so sweet. It's very cute. Love the little Russian dolls, they're so cute. Seahorses, and owls, trees, peacock feathers, birds, more birds, teacups. So you have the page with the coloured ones, and then you have the page with the same picture on behind, which you can do your own colour scheme. So I think that's really cute. And if you're not too sure about what to do in the way of colours, it gives you a good idea. Sweet little dogs, so pretty. This probably is a little bit of maybe a sort of, maybe not an adult book, but it's still very, very nice, and I will enjoy this one too. Next, I've got this huge book. It's called The Colouring Book for Grown-Ups, and it's really, you can see how chunky that is. Look how chunky that is. That's a really massive book, and it's quite difficult to hold. So I'll just do a quick sort of flick through on this one because it really is difficult to sort of get it under the camera. It's kind of slipping out of my hands, so. Let me see if I can do this better. And it's only printed on one side, which is probably a good idea because the paper on here is not that thick. And a lot of the pictures in here are actually in some of the other books that I own, so just beware that if you do buy this, you're probably going to come across a lot of pictures that you've already coloured. But it's got a lovely assortment, lots of different things. Oops, too many going at once. Lots of flowers. Dragons. Quite a few little fairies and things in here. Sweet little butterflies, that's very pretty. Another fairy. Little birdies. Two giraffes. I think there's two there. Another fairy. Fish. Pretty birds. Oops, there we go. Another pretty little bird picture. That's quite sweet, little coffee pot. Pretty flowers. There's quite a few stained glass designs in here. Kitty cat. Pretty birds. Another pretty bird. Another stained glass. My arm's actually getting really tired flicking this. But it's got quite a lot of things in it, so there's something for everybody in here. It did come with some coloured pencils, but they were not that good, unfortunately. Lots of fairies. So that's that one. Next up is the Amazing World colouring book. Now this one's really intricate, so if you love lots of little detail, this is definitely the book for you. It's got some pretty pictures in it. Lovely windmill. It tells you where they are as well on the next page. It tells you what the place is and where it is. So that's the Grand Canyon, USA. So if you love the intricate, detailed little bits, then you're going to be in your element doing this book. It'll probably take you a long time to finish as well. That's nice. They're all beautiful pictures. I think some of them might be a little bit too difficult for me. Mainly because I won't know what colour to do them. All those little tiny bits, or if you do each one a different colour, that's nice. I like that one. I like that one too. The lines in this one are quite light, which I really do like. So I hope it's showing up on the camera okay. That's pretty. Lots of little plants, pot plants, hanging plants. That's really cute. Some more little plants around a window. I think it's a window or a doorway or something. Some trees. Lovely bicycle. That's nice. That's really cute. So that's that one. Next we have Clothes and Fashion. Now this was a nice little cheap little book. It's got a few pre-coloured bits and pieces in it. It's actually quite nice paper though. It's only a thin little book, but it's actually good quality paper. It's a nice little book for maybe younger people. It's got some really pretty pictures in. So that's a really sweet little book. Next we have Magnificent Mindy designs. And I really like these pictures because I'm very fond of paisleys. Some pretty little hares on there. I think they're hares or rabbits. Look more like hares to me. Some camel. Or is it dromedary? I hope this is in focus okay, because the light keeps changing pretty quickly in here. I'm doing it in front of the window, but it's getting keeps getting overcast. There's some pretty pictures in here. Sorry about the noise outside. I've got the door open for extra light to come in, and it's also letting in all the noise, so apologies for that if you can't hear me very well. So that's a nice little book. I quite like this. It's really sweet. So there's that one. Next I have Colouring Flowers, and I've already completed one of these. This is like the sort of vintagey kind of style drawings. So it's got all the examples at the beginning, so if you want to do them exactly the way they would normally be coloured, then there's a good guide there. And they're really good, really nice pictures to paint. I actually used watercolour paints. It did go through a little tiny bit. But there's some really nice pictures there. This is one of my favourite books to colour. That's why I bought another one, because I really did enjoy it. It was actually really good fun mixing up the colours for the flowers with paints. Just trying to get them just right. It's really enjoyable. And I don't even recognise most of these flowers in here, so they must be sort of like those flowers. I think that's a sweet pea, but I think a lot of these flowers are probably something you'd find in a little country garden or something, which you probably wouldn't see nowadays. Beautiful flowers. Really nice book. One of my very favourites. So that's a beautiful book. I love that one. This is my little cat, Licky Bird. Fritzy. Her name's actually Fritzy, but I call her Licky Bird. And you can see she's only got one eye. Fritzy, look up, darling. She's a sweetheart. She's only got one eye. She only had one eye when I found her. I rescued her. She was a little stray. She's a sweet little girl. Then we have Pretty Ponies. Again, it's got a lot of the pre-coloured pictures, but it's this gorgeous book. I really like this one. It's one of my favourites. Lovely pictures. Especially if you do like horses and ponies. You'll love this one. Oops, there's a page. Just another page. Some beautiful pictures. That's gorgeous. Carousel horses. I like those. Lots and lots of detail in this book. It's nice. It's got lots of detail, but it's not too intricate and fiddly, so it's really nice. It's a beautiful book. So that's the last one. And I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.